Hey, real quick, a little bit. My name is Doug Fravel. I'm with Adtran. I've been an instructor with Adtran now since 2000. And when I came on, Adtran, we had routers way back in our channel banks. A lot of people don't realize that. Atlas. Then in 2001, we released our routers. Then 2002, we released switches. 2003, we released access points. And I don't think in not one of my classes did I ever tell anybody to lower the power. I'd go out in the parking lot, and I would see our training SSIDs, and I thought it was great. We have a wonderful product. And it was like that. Then in 2011, we partnered with and we acquired BlueSocket. So 2011, 2012, we were having some bad deployments. Can you imagine? And especially we trained so many people over the years. So this workshop came in 2015. We committed to doing free RF workshops, one-day events across the U.S. The goal was to get in front of everybody and things that we had learned over the years, get the information out there. That was our goal. It started with 12 cities, and then they became popular. Very popular. It grew to 30, and these are free events that we were fronting the money for. So they became real popular. We had over 600 events. I thought it was going to be done, really, in 2015, but companies that we touched, pretty much, they're still asking me to come on site. In fact, Friday I'll be somewhere tomorrow. Next Tuesday I'll be somewhere else. And I've got other jobs, but this has been extremely popular. And so what I want to do is in this section, I'm not really talking technology here, but I want to talk about the things that I think really made it popular. The comments in red, anything you see in red, that's kind of for this group. I added that, I took out some of the technical stuff and put the comments of things that I really focused on. Now, this was the objective, but the key focus was really the essential steps to successful wireless deployment. We wanted to hit some major things. If everybody would walk away with these things, it would be an improvement over the way it was. That was our goal. The audience was really technical, sales professional. We geared after the SEs. We wanted SEs for all the service providers. That was our goal. But anybody involved in the install, whether it's an install, the sales guy, that was our goal. Anybody who would attend. Now, how do you make Wi-Fi sexy and interesting for technical and non-technical people out of a group like this? Because with a group like this, it's easy, right? With a group like this, it is easy. You put you people up here. When you get you people up here, you've got our focus, right? But for that sales guy, for that install guy, the one who's forced to attend the session, that's kind of tough. And so some of the things, and that's my plan, I'm going to go through some of the things that I think really drew people in. One of them was, just like what Keith has been doing, how does he get us in here? He's giving away prizes. And so what I did is, anywhere there was a key point, I put this little character, basically the things that I wanted people to walk away with. This tip, I want you to walk away with this. I put this character, and anywhere you saw that character, we throw out a prize. That drew people's attention. It was little things too. So just here's an example is, right there. So that's an example. So there you go. And I'll let you guys. But that was an example, and that drew people's attention, and it had 2 points. We weren't, not just that we're giving something away. It was everybody was looking at this slide, and they walked away with that point. When we were talking about that scale drawing, when we were talking about capacity planning, it really went a long way. We had them. We had them for the whole day. It was amazing, and it was simple. The other thing, a lot of people said, because the title was Successful Wireless Deployment, what was really the goal? Again, anything you see in red was directed to this group. But the goal was, we wanted people to talk about, the network is going to perform as designed based on the defined requirements. That was the whole focus of the workshop. We're going to gather data, and we're going to design it based on the requirements that we learned. That was the whole one-day session. I did do a lot of demonstrations. I wanted to draw people's attention. Visual goes a long way. So again, I'm not covering all the technical stuff, but just an example here, other devices operating. We've just started the session, and I want to draw people in. So this one was an easy one. What I did is I staged it, of course. Real easy. We all do this day to day. I had a live network everywhere I went. I had a 2.4 gigahertz radio. I placed it on channel 1. I had my laptop associated to that SSID. And then I played a live video. So wherever I went, I looked up EarthCam. In every city that I went to, wherever. EarthCam in Phoenix, it's down right now. But so the backup was always Times Square. It always works. So I would have a live video up, and then I used Magic Jack because I wanted it to be real, not something that's just made up, not just a visual. And what I did is I put a phone out in the crowd. I put a phone in the crowd. I would be watching this live video, and the phone starts ringing. The phone starts ringing. Somebody would answer the phone. Well, it would be the travel agent for wherever I was at. It went a long way because it destroyed the network immediately. So that's an example. Just little things that you draw them in and you're showing them that it's real. That's one tip. Not just a demo, but it actually took down the network with a live call. That was one of my favorite ones because you drew them in now. That was another one that drew them in. Other things, I just talked about making things visual. Because I had slides. We always have slides, but by holding things up and going a little bit beyond, for example, we're talking about shared media and we're talking about device capabilities. So, I'd hold up 2 devices where, an Android, and I'd say we're in a conference room. Basically, it always led to discussions. But we're in a conference room, and I've got this Android tablet, and it has a max link rate of 65 megabits per second. But I've got this, Android. It has a max link rate of 867 megabits per second. And then they start thinking, that's why you have 2 people sitting next to each other in a conference room. This person could do this, and this person could do that. Because a lot of the audience, they don't realize that. So that, again, just the visuals, that went a long way. Anytime I could do an exercise, and again, it was a one-day event, so I had to have it canned. I know a lot of you do this in your training, is throughput. When you're talking about shared medium, I would pass around Android tablets. I would have it pre-configured, and then I'd have one person get on the network. Maybe they got 30 megabits per second, right? And then now, hey, you come on the network, and we're watching live, and it drops to 15, and now another one, and another one, and another one. And they're just quickly watching that throughput drop. And again, because they're actually doing it, it was live when you drew them in. This is simple. You guys do this too. Wi-Fi Scanner, same way. I pass around Androids. They saw it work, visually seeing the network, and free or inexpensive. That went a long way. RF introduction, we had, again, non-technical guys in the room. And when you have comments like that bullet at the top, it's scary to them. So, I would try to ease their, hey guys, don't worry. We're going to hit the key things that are going to make it interesting, that apply to the areas we want to talk about. I tried to keep it visual. Any place I could have a visual demonstration to explain things, just like access control, and you guys know this, but, I can't tell you how many times people said, no way. 2015, no way. That doesn't happen like that. Can't tell you how many times that was said. So just visual things, where trying to explain how the medium works. That again, the visuals went a long way. So I'm just going to click past these. But again, it was something that you. I think I saw over here. You guys help me out. Whoever was. But any important points. And it's like, you don't do this. And again, I had to stress that. You don't do this stuff. Radiation patterns, again, visuals go a long way. I did carry these because I had slides. I don't think the slides were getting it across. So when I was explaining antenna patterns, I would hold it up and say, if I'm lighting the room 360 degrees from above, I'm going to do this. Or if I've got a painting in a museum and I'm going to light that painting, I would do this. And, just the visuals went a long way. Coverage and capacity, I use air magnet, air survey. Great, showing them how far it goes, and 2.4, 5 gig. The visual, them actually seeing it, or you're demonstrating for your customer the effect, demonstrating the effect of a wall, demonstrating the concrete. Again, and I'll do it live with the product, so that went a long way. Clients and applications, I demonstrated tools and exercises. I did like showing live information. Survey, surveys, planner, place an AP funnel effect, and auto planning. They loved it. And my hope was I would show the product and they'd want to buy it. That was really my goal. Not for Adtran, but for them. Spectrum analyzers, that went a long way. And then I would finish with that phone call I originally started with. That phone call, let's place that phone call again, it rings, and they would see it. And again, the draw was buy the tools that you need to work in the industry. That was really a key point. I know my time's out, but look at the end, of course, I wanted to let them know about resources. I'm a believer in CWNP. I love the material, so I try to focus everybody, hey, here's more. I know Sam and Blake, they don't know me, but I fell in love with No Strings Attached. I think it was in 2013. And I plugged you guys, even though I didn't know you. That was one that I was plugging. And then after last year's conference, I learned about wireless LAN professionals. I push everybody there, mainly as a starting point to get to other resources. And that's basically what I would end with. So that was quick. Appreciate the time.